G'day geeks, Chris here, and this is going to be a quick video and an unscheduled video, but I was just passing through Maya in the city here and I saw that they had some sales on their toys. So I picked up a couple of the new Mattel DC figures. So I just reviewed the Robin because I wasn't expecting to pick up almost the whole set. So I saw it had the Flash and had the Batman. So I've been hanging out for these. So let's do a video. Let's look at them. Usually the toys at Maya are quite overpriced, honestly, but they do have good sales on occasion. So these have just come out. These are $25. They had a whole bunch of them. I've already got the Robin, which I just did a short post on my channel as well. And then they had some blind boxes of the Yellow Park Transformers for $9, which is pretty awesome. So I picked one up, and once you know it, it's one I've already got, which is the Megatron. But I was hoping to get like the Starscream or Soundwave. But nonetheless, they are pretty cool and fun to put together. And it's a pretty good kind of posable Megatron, and they come with a whole bunch of different hands and stuff. But yeah, I mean, $9 an extra Megatron, that's not too bad. So right now I've got two, but I'll probably sell him at Nexus or something. And they also had the Thundercats He-Man crossovers. So Tigra and Chitara, they have been sitting on the shelves for a while, down from $30 to $20. So I've already got the whole wave of them all on card already, and I probably will keep them that way because they do look good displayed. My carded Tigra had a big black mark on his nose, which kind of annoyed me, so I'll probably keep this one on card and open the other one. But yes, this is pretty cool to see this in the wild for a good discount. And then these are the figures that I was quite surprised to find. So this is from the new DC Mattel line. I like how Flash is in a running pose in the packet there. So these are the more cheap kids ones, and the collector friendly adult ones will be announced in January next year. No bio of the characters or anything on the background, and it's got this weird supervillains branding. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's the 4 figures in this wave. Flash here, Robin, which I've already looked at, Batman, and the Joker. So I didn't see any Joker. I did have a good look. And there's the Batman. And yeah, for the kids line, they're pretty cool, pretty articulated, pretty spot on for models. And you know, they look just like they do on the comics. And they come with cool accessories and the sprue of weapons as well. Let's open these up. Out of the packet, Batman comes with the little same instructions that Robin does, with the sprue of the weapons. And you can combine them together to form a kind of weapons rack, which is pretty cool. Flash doesn't come with that. He comes with some kind of lightning effects, so not weapons, but they kind of, you know, straight out of the package behind the figure, they sit like this, and that kind of reminds me of those cheap like knockoff rack toys or whatever. But pretty cool. So straight out of the package, that's what they look like. So they're actually, first glance, pretty cool figures, but let's have a closer look at them right now. Pretty clean looking Flash here. They've got the tamp of the symbol and the reds and yellows. I guess it's kind of a Wally West because it's got more of a straight belt. The gloves and, you know, that kind of stuff, the belt aren't raised. They're just kind of tampoed on there or painted on there. They're not textured. The boots are, however, but he's kind of got that new 52 kind of lines over them, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the simplicity of the Flash costume. But yeah, a cool face sculpt with some nice little eyes there, and he's got the ear kind of wings as well. One of the ones on the left is kind of skew-whiffed on the package. They don't come with any extra hands or heads, no waist, or actually Flash does have waist, but no ab articulation, but pretty good articulation otherwise. Yeah, the wrists, the hands kind of turn, and obviously you can get him into some good running poses with some peg holes on the feet and some nice treads. So a pretty simple costume, just the red and yellow, and all of these figures kind of have a hole on the back. I guess maybe that's for a backpack or whatever that may be coming later. They've got a bit of a thigh cut there, but it looks like double jointed knees, which is pretty impressive, especially for a kids focused line. And yeah, these would fit in well with Hasbro, Marvel Legends or McFarlane figures, and we'll do a bit of a comparison of those later. But straight out of the package, the Flash is looking pretty flashy. Okay, so according to the instructions that it comes with, you can just throw them all over him. The kind of yellow, I've put some of the lightning bolts there on his ankles. They clip on pretty nicely. The port in his back, it looks like he's being stabbed, but you could throw this on his back, and it's kind of got different levels of thickness, so a bit translucent. So I guess it could look like he's in motion. This could kind of almost look like a lightning shield or whatever, and that's what that clip on that hand is for. And you also can hold those kind of things, but you can also hold them the other way according to the instructions. So they can almost become like, yeah, I don't know, just like lightning kind of knives or daggers or something. So yeah, pretty cool. He doesn't come with a sprue to hold these like the other figures do. I mean, not bad. I guess if it is for a kid's line, they will love all these attachments and that kind of thing, I guess. But I just kind of like the simplicity of just the sculpt as it is, and these just things get in the way. But nonetheless, a good little play feature for the Flash. Batman comes with a kind of weapons as well. Pretty similar weapons, I guess, in a sense to what we saw with the Robin figure. And he comes with this sprue. Kind of looks like the Batman Begins, you know, he's got the kind of the weapons racks or whatever. So this part just plugs into the bottom there. And you'll notice that the top has got the Batman symbol. And if you have the others, they can kind of clip together on the sides, which is pretty awesome. And all these pegs are meant to hold. See, I found this was the same problem that I had with the Robin figure, that it's a bit warped out of the package, so it doesn't stand very well. I can sense it's going to fall down. These are the weapons that you can just snap off. The weapons are pretty gummy, but yeah, it looks like he's got a shrapnel gun, some batarangs, some canisters, and some shields and whatever. So yeah, a variety of, you know, long range and kind of combat weapons, which is pretty cool. Pretty awesome. So just in the back, I've put a Robin's sprue as well. They just connect on there, so that's pretty cool, and that helps it stand a little easier. So as you can see, his weapons just kind of fit on. All the weapons just have a hole in them, and they just fit into any of the ports. So he's got two different types of batarangs. He's got this kind of shield looking thing, I guess that is, and he's got some gas canister kind of, or smoke grenades, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty great. And the figure itself, just like the Robin figure, has some ports on his belt, so we can actually fit in the gas canister and the batarang, all the, you know, the smaller kind of weapons. He's got a grapnel gun which fits in his hand, so they don't come with any alternate hands or heads, but it fits in his hand, his open hand, pretty easily. And I'm not sure what this is, but I guess it's for punchy. Maybe it's like a, yeah, you know, like brass knuckles kind of thing. And again, a pretty classic looking Batman. We've got the blues and the greys, which is awesome, and some lines for texture as well. Nice head portrait. And again, the cape is just this soft fabric with a hole in for backpacks and action features or play sets, I guess, whatever, but pretty awesome. And I did notice, I think the belt might be able to come off as well. I'm not going to give it a go because I'd imagine it would be quite hard to put back on, but I can see there's a little notch under there, so it might actually be able to come off. So yeah, pretty awesome actually, and just the same articulation that we know from these figures so far. So for a kids line, you get a whole bunch of accessories, pretty playability. And now, does he have waist articulation? He doesn't, unfortunately. So no ab, no waist, but otherwise pretty good articulation. So yeah, the only one I'm missing from this line is the Joker, and then I know they've got Superman and Green Lantern and a few others coming down as well. So for the kids line, I am pretty impressed. I managed to fit all their weapons on the racks. Even some of the Flash's weapons can fit on there as well. So yeah, that looks pretty good. So if you get one of these with most of the figures, you can kind of build that out for a nice little diorama. They stand pretty good next to your modern 6 and 7 inch action figures. So we've got the 6-inch G.I. Joe Classified from Hasbro, that's Sundown. And then we've got the Master Universe Cartoon Classics, that's the 2000X Origins He-Man. And then we've got the 7-inch McFarlane Toys Impulse. I mean, it's good that Robin is a bit smaller than Batman and Flash because he is younger, so that kind of makes sense. But they actually fit in pretty well, particularly with the 6-inch figures. The bright colours, I like the shorter cape on Robin, the pixie boots, the nice Flash symbol, and just the clean look on the Batman, plus all the weapons and the ability to store them. They've done a good job. I like the attention to detail. 25 bucks, probably cheaper at Kmart and Big W, I would imagine, here in Australia. But for the amount of stuff you get and for the pretty good articulation for supposedly a kids focused line, it's pretty impressive. I don't know how deep I'll go with this line. I'm very curious to see the adult collector line that is being announced in January. Pretty cool if this is the standard for the kids line. I have big expectations for the adult focus line for sure. But thanks for watching all the way to the end. Just looking at this very quick review of the new DC figures from Mattel. It's good that they've got the license back. Unfortunate, I guess, the McFarlane Toys are losing the DC license this year, but it looks like promising things to come from Mattel. Catch you at the next video. Goodbye, geeks.